Welcome back, everybody. It is the 21st of November. I just got home from work and ran up here into the ground blind overlooking this new seeding where there's been a whole bunch of doe and little bucks coming out. There's honestly, unfortunately, not a deer in this woods that is mature that I know of. I've got all kinds of cameras here and have yet to see a deer that I would even grab my rifle for. But nonetheless, it's a spot that I can sneak in here with just a few minutes left and not cause much ruckus right up the edge of the field and hop in. So do have some news to report. The neighbor killed Rover yesterday morning. A beautiful 5.5-year-old buck that I had a lot of history with as when he was 2 and 3 years old. He spent a lot of time on our property when he was younger, and then as he matured, at 4 years old, he kind of went more east, and as a 5-year-old, he even went more east than that. And he honestly, I never had a single picture of that deer on our property this year, and it goes to show, like, when they get big, mature, old like that, their home ranges just get tiny. Like, they don't leave these tiny little areas, at that point. And what's crazy to think is that that's 3 years in a row the biggest deer on that area of the road has been killed out of the same tree stand. So at this point, it's not a coincidence. It kind of makes you sit back and wonder, like, what's going on that is happening. And it makes me wonder too, like, why are deer, I'm getting them past 2, 3 years old. What's happening when they get mature at 4 or 5? Why are they leaving? And that's something that I'm trying to wrap my head around. And I can't really figure it out, but it might have something to do with, like, thermals and the way the wind goes through there, or it might have something to do with the doe population over there. It might be a lot less mature does, which makes the mature bucks feel more comfortable. There's less competition when it comes to area to feed and food, and it seems like big mature bucks tend to not like to be around other does. Obviously, when they're in heat, it's a different story, but for the rest of the season that their does aren't in heat, they tend to like to be on their own, away from all the other stress of other deer. But I've been trying to wrap my head around it, and I just can't really figure it out. It's tough to get deer to maturity 4 or 5 years old, and then when you get them there, you wish you could at least hunt them. Never even had the chance to hunt them. But that's what it's all about, Huge congratulations to the neighbor that killed Rover. That's why you hunt. I mean, to kill a big mature buck like that, and nonetheless to do it 3 years in a row, is an incredible feat. And what a lot of people don't understand, and they don't look at it the way the way I look at it. So people are like, oh man, that big deer is dead. That must stink. Well, it's sad that the deer is gone, but what that means is that hunter shot a mature buck. He shot a 5.5-year-old deer, which means the deer he didn't shoot will be mature next year. So that means, the 2-year-old or the 3-year-old will be a 4-year-old, or, vice versa. The more people shoot those mature bucks, it'll leave a mature buck for the year after. When you really get hammered is when everybody slams 2 and 3-year-olds, and then you're not going to have a mature buck, a 4-year-old, to hunt anywhere. So you really have to be happy when someone kills a big buck like that, or a mature buck, because that means there's going to be more. And I'm saying that if you're looking to harvest or hunt mature deer. If you're just looking to hunt and have a good time, and if a 2-year-old 8-point floats your boat, shoot it. Like, that's what hunting's about. It should never be about what you think other people think it should be about, if that makes sense. Hunting's got to be what you want it to be. And for me, at my stage, I am having much more enjoyment out of trying to get these deer to maturity and learning these deer over the years, shed hunting, and the aspects of land management, and trying to set the property up to be more conducive to producing and holding bigger deer. So, like, at this point, I was that guy at one point that just enjoyed putting a hole in a nice buck, and at this point I'm beyond that, and I accept the fact that I'll probably go 2, 3, 4 years without shooting a buck. if you know, I'm serious about shooting a 4 or 5-year-old deer around here, you're gonna go seasons without an opportunity at one. And you know, I look back on the whole archery season and all the hunting I've done this year, and I wouldn't take it back. I mean, I saw so many different bucks. I had so many great encounters with 2 and 3-year-old bucks. It was awesome. I just never had a mature buck come by, which was really like a fluke. I can't believe that at no point I had a mature buck come by, but it is what it is. I'll have another opportunity at another time. So for this year, we still have the heavy 9 left. That's a deer that's a fully mature buck, and he's down kind of like on the creek bottom area, Cherry Ridge, bouncing back and forth between Carl's and ours. Glade, haven't seen anything of him since the beginning of November. Don't know where he went or what he's doing or if he's even alive. No sign of him. But we do have a lot to look forward to. We have a couple different 3-year-olds that I know are still alive that, you know, are going to be those mature 4-year-olds next year that I'm really excited about. So we did have Brian shot a real nice 8-point as well yesterday, back in there on his. So congrats to Brian on a nice buck. Either way, we're gonna sit here and enjoy the evening and see what steps out. Hopefully we see a few deer. I had a bunch of questions on the last video about this rifle. This is the Savage Model 110 chambered in 6.5 Creedmoor with a Night Force NXS 3x3.5 by 15 by 50 scope. This is that carbon fiber wrapped barrel with a brake on the end of it. Somebody asked me what kind of brake that was. I don't even remember the name of it. But this is a pretty mean setup. This rifle really shoots. Been really happy with it. Well, I just got done talking to you guys and looked up, and we've got doe and 2 fawns out. So that's a good start. Looks like there's a 1-horn spike that just stepped out over there. Boy, I got here just in time. These things started coming out immediately. That buck's kind of looking back in the woods like there might be something else coming. Comes a couple more. There's another little buck that just stepped out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out right now, and 2 bucks. these deer are acting really spooky. Not really sure why, but they are. All those deer just ran off the back of the field here. It got kind of spooky. I don't know why, other than the fact that there's been a few deer shot out here in the last week, and there's a couple gut piles, but other than that, who knows? It's got a few minutes before it gets dark here, so maybe there'll be a few more deer that come out. Oh, we just had another doe and 2 fawns step out. Those are different than the ones that just took off.